Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. Welcome to Extra Crispy. For today's video, man, we got report card grades for every NBA team. So it's kind of a weird season to actually give out report cards because, are we grading, for example, the Chicago Bulls when they're completely healthy at this point? Or are we basing it off of the results of, what 10-day contract players they can make their roster up with, man? It's really hard to, do a report card based off of that because of all, the health concerns and stuff, man. So let me know in the comment section below, what would you personally give your favorite basketball team as far as a grade goes? I know as a Pistons fan, come on, man, it's gotta be like an F. It's been a bad season, but it's gotta be an F. It's gotta be an F. All right, here we go. Starting off with the Atlanta Hawks at a C-. So the Hawks right now currently have a record of 14-15, 11th in the Eastern Conference. Yeah, I would say straight up, I'm pretty damn disappointed in the Hawks this season. That's definitely a team that I thought was really going to break out and be a top 4 seed in the Eastern Conference. And you know what? And to say they can't get to that point by the end of the season, I think they can definitely still get there. I do think there's some missing pieces on this team. I'm going to say it for the billionth time, man. Marcus Smart solved so many issues on this Hawks team, man. It says right here already, crappy defense dented the Atlanta Hawks. So yeah. Here we got the Boston Celtics getting the D, man. Getting the D. So the Celtics are 15-15 on the season, currently on a 1-game winning streak. Previous grade as a C. Yeah, when it comes down to the Celtics this year, I just feel I don't know, man. They got some changes to make. And I don't think that change should be Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown being traded. I really don't. I think that'd be stupid to do, to be honest. But they need to restructure around those two guys, man. I don't know. And I feel like they'll make a big move in the offseason. Next up, we got the Brooklyn Nets with an A-, so they're currently 21-9. I'm actually going to personally upgrade this to an A. And that's because, the fact that Kyrie has been playing, this team has been off to their best start in franchise history. How's that not worthy of an A, They have also just recently been hit, with a lot of players being out, but I'm not going to hold that against them. And, yeah, man, so I say an A for the Brooklyn Nets. All right, next up, we got the Charlotte Hornets sitting at a B. So the Hornets are 16-6. We got a lot of 500 teams, man. So we got the 5th place Miami Heat at 18-13. Then after that, you have about 5 or 6 teams. This is just the Eastern Conference sitting at a 500 record. So it's kind of crazy, man. But the Hornets B, I would say that's pretty well warranted. Right in the mix of everything as far as making the playoffs, their playing tournament, whatever it may be. And yeah, I would say a B is a pretty good grade. All right, next up, we got the Chicago Bulls sitting at an A-. Yeah, I'm going to say, do I want to give them I think I'm still going to give them an A. I don't think they should be kicked down with A- for all the protocols going on, man. When completely healthy, which we didn't even get to see that because Patrick Williams, was down ASAP and everything, man. But this Bulls team has been hell of impressive. I'm going to go with an A still. Alrighty, next up, we got the Cleveland Cavaliers. Damn, A++++++. Previously, just an A++++. Cavaliers 19-12, currently on a 6-game win streak, and this is another team that's had a lot of players in and out of the lineup, a lot of different type of rotations out there. Evan Mobley, I know, man, has been in and out of the lineup, and the fact of the matter of them not even having Colin Sexton, they've still been this good. I'm gonna say A+++++++ for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Next up, we got the Dallas Mavericks sitting at a C- with a record of 14-15 on the NBA season. I'm very just underwhelmed by this basketball team, and I don't know what to do differently with them, man. It's just Luka's obviously a great player. Porzingis I still think is a third option on a championship team. I don't know, man. Much like with the Celtics, just almost need a restructure around Luka Doncic. I just don't think Kristaps is the guy next to him, man. Yes, he has good games every now and then and stuff, but just not the right fit. Next up, we got the Denver Nuggets with a B. So the Nuggets are 15-14 on the season. I'm going to actually bump them up to a B+. And yes, when you have the MVP on your team, you should be a good team no matter what. And Jokic is yet again playing an MVP caliber player. I know statistically speaking, he's having one of the best seasons in NBA history and everything. But, even with that, all the guys they have lost over the course of the past year and the fact that Jokic is still having them play, really good basketball, I think is warranted of a B+. Next up, we got the D. Detroit Pistons. I said an F. I'll take the D, man. I'll take the D. Pistons are 5-24. We just beat down the Miami Heat's G League team. No big deal. Good thing about the Pistons is that Cade's look really good. thankfully. And Sadiq Bey appears to be back in form. He's been averaging like 25 points over the course of the past few games, shooting really nicely. So, yeah, it's good they're not winning too many games. I'm going to give them an A+ for tanking properly, man. Players are still playing good all of a sudden, and we're still losing games, although we just beat the Heat, so yeah, I guess not. Next up, we got the Golden State Warriors sitting at 24-6. How is this not an A++, man? Come on, 24-6 without Klay Thompson for the past 2 seasons. That's an A++. Or not, they don't got James Wiseman out there, man. A++. Next, we got the Houston Rockets at a C. So they're 10-20 on the year. Winning-wise, yes, they put on a nice 7-game winning streak. Is it the right direction for them to be winning basketball games? I mean, they're still going to end up getting a good lottery pick. So, it's a very deep draft class. If they can get like a top 5 pick, they'll be completely fine. So, I do think winning basketball games is good for building chemistry and just the confidence of the young players. So, I think it's okay to be doing that in this case. I think it's okay to be doing that and still end up with a good draft pick. Next up, we got the Indiana Pacers at a D. So, the Pacers are 13-18 on the year, man. I'm dropping this down to a D-. Between bringing in Rick Carlisle, a good veteran coach, and just looking up and down their roster, man, they got a good roster. It's just been a bad team. Man. So, yeah, I got to give them a D- on it, man. The Pacers should be a lot better than what their record states. I know they've had good moments of the season, but they have a lot more bad moments and everything, but yeah. All right, next we got the Los Angeles Clippers with a B. They are 16-14 on the season. Yeah, they don't have Kawhi Leonard, and Paul George is keeping them alive and everything. You still might want to see them add one more scoring type of beast. I almost said beast. Well, yeah, a scoring beast or a piece before the trade deadline, but definitely on a good path. Next up, we got the Los Angeles Lakers at a C-, sitting at 16-15. I think that Laker fans would probably even agree with this one, man, that you got to drop that down probably to a D or D+ range based off expectations for this season. And I'm not one to blame everything on Russell Westbrook. I really don't blame everything on Russell Westbrook. I just think the roster is like, yes, on paper, the talent is great, but we all know the fit's not there, man. It's just not a good fit all around, and that's okay. But, yeah, you get what you put together. Next up, we got the Memphis Grizzlies sitting at an A, man, at 19-12, and this was with missing John Morant and everything. And just the depth of this team. Desmond Bane, man, I wanted him so bad in Detroit. I remember screaming his name on draft night, man. Or at least in not on draft night, but I don't know, man. Whenever I was doing like my mock drafts, I just wanted them really bad. All right, next up we got the Miami Heat sitting at an A-. I mean, it's also the Detroit Pistons, so you put you down to a B+ real quick. No, the Heat are actually one of my favorite teams in the NBA. I love the makeup of the roster and everything like that. I know they've had a lot of injuries, and even with that, the fact that they're 18-13 with missing guys like Bam and Jimmy Butler is still really impressive. A- definitely is good. Next up, we got the Milwaukee Bucks at A-. So the Bucks are 19-13 on the season, currently on a 2-game losing streak. I'll probably stay closer to like a B+. Probably closer to a B+, because we all know what this team's capable of. They're very capable of being, top of the conference and everything like that, man. They've had their share of injuries too. Every team has, though. And, fatigue and everything. But, yeah, okay. Next, we got the T-Wolves at a C+, so they are a 500 team, currently on a 4-game winning streak. Love Ant-Man. He's an absolute beast. I still personally speaking, man, I would not mind this team going for Ben Simmons. I just feel like he's something this team could really utilize. And, so I'd like them to go for Ben Simmons. But a C+, I'm cool with it. Next, we got the Pelicans at a C-. So you got to be a little genuine towards them without having, Zion playing at all. Like, that just is going to hurt any team, right? Not having your best player out there. So, working with what they got out there, C- is fine. Next, we got the New York Knicks at a D-. So the Knicks are 13-17, man. 2 of 8 of their last 10 games. Where's that defense at? And Kemba Walker was a failed experiment. Although he had a really nice game the other night. I mean, he was kind of forced into playing, but it was nice to see him ball out and everything, man. I don't know. Just the Knicks, kind of right up there with my thoughts on the Hawks, where it's like I was ready for this team to start taking over the Eastern Conference, man. And hopefully they can fix things, by the end of the season. The OKC Thunder sitting at a C-, and the Thunder are 9-19. So, yeah, I mean, they're winning some games. Say just hit that game winner the other night. They have a 73-point loss. That is very true. But, You're seeing a lot of the young players really make a name for themselves and everything. That's what they need to be doing. Not winning too many games, but enough to build confidence and still have a good draft pick. Next, we got the Magic at a C-. So the Magic are 6-25 on the year. I do think this team has been pretty solid with their rotations and everything, given the proper guys minutes and just kind of seeing how things work out. And there's been some gems on the Orlando Magic, but still in a situation where they are going to get a good draft pick. Next, we got to the 76ers at a C+. So the 76ers are 15-15 on the year. I'm actually going to give them closer to maybe like a B- because same thing with Zion. Like, they don't got Ben Simmons playing. Joel Embiid's missed significant time at point in the season. I'm going to give them B-, man. What are they in their last 10? They're currently on a 3-game losing streak, though. It's not great. Not great. Phoenix Suns at an A at 24-5. Same treatment as the Warriors. A+++, picking up right where they left off last season, looking like a championship contending team. Love this entire squad. We got the Portland Trailblazers at a D-, 13-18 currently. On a 2-game winning streak, thankfully for them. D-. I'm going to probably bump them up to a D because of the winning streak and everything. But, yeah, just underwhelming. Very underwhelming. Okay, next we got the Kings at a D. 13-18. A D is a good grade for this team. It's to the point where we got to stop treating this squad like they're just like 1 year away. Like, they have some talented basketball players on their team. Like, got to start putting it together completely. We got the Spurs at a C. So the Spurs have a record of 11-18. Between like DeJounte, Keldon, even Derek White, like some of the pieces on this team, I just don't want them to get to a point where they, win too many games and they don't end up getting that franchise guy in the draft. That's what they need. They need the Tim Duncan, man. They need that guy to build around. They have a lot of good building pieces. They just need that main piece. Next, we got the Toronto Raptors at a B- at 14-15. It's nice to see them in the mix of things. This was my bounce back team of the year and everything, but like I said, it's been a strange season. But Scotty Barnes has been fantastic, and I think they'll definitely at least be in the play-in tournament. Next, we got the Utah Jazz at an A-. They are 20-9, which is a really good record. It's just, when you have teams like the Suns and Warriors doing what they're doing, and not to mention the Jazz too. It's sad to say, but when you have teams like the Jazz, they can get just a little like boring to the point where you don't appreciate what they're doing because it's like, yeah, they got Rudy Gobert, they got Donovan Mitchell, Mike Conley, like we know their team, and it might not be like as exciting sometimes. And I feel like sometimes NBA fans like hold that against squads. I try not to. I respect what they're doing, but if I give the other teams an A+, they're not as good as the Sun or Warriors, so A- is completely good. And then we got the Wizards at a C. I think a C is a good grade for this team right now, because they had a really good start to the season, and then they kind of haven't played as good. So, really good, really bad. What do you got? Average, which is a C, man. So that's all we have for this video. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed it. Let me know if you agree with the grade in the comment section below. Thank you all so much for watching. Peace out, my friends.